2082 NEB Grade 12 Physics Question Paper. Full marks 75, time 3 hours. Here are 3 groups. Group A contains 11 marks and Group B contains 40 marks and Group C contains 24 marks. In Group A, here are given 11 multiple choice questions. Read carefully all questions and tick the best answer.
Group B, question number 12A. A ballet dancer sometimes stretches and sometimes folds her arms during her performance. Why? Justify. B. Establish a relationship between torque and movement of inertia for a rigid body. C. Why do we prefer a range of longer arm over a range of shorter arm? हाम्रो नेक्स्ट क्वेसन चाहिँ अरमा सोधेको छ सिम्पल हार्मोनिक मोसनबाट एमा सो द्याट द टोटल एनर्जी अफ द पार्टिकल्स एक्जिक्युटिङ एसएचएम इज कन्स्ट्यान्ट. बी. ड्र अ ग्राफ showing the variation of potential energy of a particle in SHM with displacement. The time period of simple pendulum on the surface of Earth is t. What will be its time period on the moon surface? Question number 13a. Define laminar flow and turbulent flow of liquid. B. Water flows steadily through a horizontal pipe of non-uniform cross-section if the pressure of water is 4 into 10 power 4 Newton per meter square at a point where the velocity of flow is 2 meter per second and cross section is 200 cm square. Calculate pressure at a point where cross section reduces to 50 cm square. The given density of water is 1000 kg per meter cube. Question number 14a. A Carnot's engine has 25% efficiency with a sink at 9 degrees Celsius. By how many degrees should the temperature of the source be increased in order to raise the efficiency to 50%? B. State first law of thermodynamics. Does it follow the principle of conservation of energy? Explain. Question number 15a. Discuss the effect of temperature and pressure on velocity of sound in a gas. B. Train is approaching a cliff at 10 meter per second. Driver sounds a whistle of frequency 600 Hz. What will be the frequency of echo as heard by the driver given the velocity of sound in air is 340 meter per second? Question number 16a. State the two Kirchhoff's law of electrical current. B. Obtain an expression for balanced condition of Wheatstone bridge using Kirchhoff's law. Question number 17a. State Lenz's law. B. Plot a graph to show the variation of induced EMF in a coil rotating in a uniform magnetic field with time. C. Derive an expression for the energy stored in an inductor. Question number 18a. Write the symbol and truth table of Na and D gate. B. Explain the full wave rectification using two PN junction diodes. Question number 19a. An oil drop of mass 3 into 10 power minus 11 gram and of radius 2 into 10 power minus 4 cm carries 10 excess electrons. What is its terminal velocity when falling in a region in which there is no electric field? Second, falling in an electric field of 3 into 10 power 5 volt per meter directed downward given viscosity of air is 1.8 into 10 power minus 5 ns per meter square. B. In Thomson's method for determining specific charge of an electron, why is the electric field kept perpendicular to the magnetic field? Justify. C. What is the use of X-ray in Millikan's Waldorf experiment? Or A. Define decay constant and half-life. B. Derive the equation n is equals to n naught e power minus lambda t for radioactive process where symbols have their visual meanings. Group C, question number 20a. What are stationary waves? Prove that the distance between two consecutive notes in it is equal to half of the wavelength. B. Guitar string of length 1.5 meter is made of steel of density 7800 kg per meter cube and Young's modulus 2 into 10 power 11 Newton per meter square produces an elastic strain of 1% in the string. Calculate first stress developed in the string. Second, frequency of second mode of vibration. C. The given figure shows standing wave formed in an open organ pipe. First, which mode of vibration is shown? Second, obtain the frequency of vibration for this mode. Or prove that bright and dark fringes are equally spaced in Young double slit experiment. B. A parallel beam of monochromatic light is incident on diffraction grating having 500 lines per mm. To get second order maxima at 30 degree, Calculate the wavelength of light used. C. State and prove Brewster's law. Question number 21. So here in the figure, the values of L, C, R is given, and the asked questions are: first, calculate the phase angle between the current and voltage. Second, which one leads in phase, current or voltage? Justify. What is meant by impedance of an AC circuit? Two parallel wire P and Q carrying currents I1 and I2 are placed in the air at a distance r apart as shown in the figure. First, obtain an expression for the magnitude of force per unit length between them. Second, what is the nature of force in this case? Third, what will be the force per unit length between two wires if the distance between wires is half, keeping all other quantities constant? Or A. Explain the variation of thermoelectric EMF with the temperature of hot junction of a thermocouple. B. A potentiometer circuit is shown in the figure. If the total length of the potentiometer wire is 4 meter and has resistance 10 ohm and the balance point is obtained at a length of 240 centimeter, calculate the value of unknown EMF E. Use Ampere's circuital law. Find the magnetic field due to a straight current carrying conductor. Question number 22. Define threshold wavelength. B. A metal has a work function of 2 electron volt. Calculate the maximum speed of the emitted photoelectrons when it is illuminated by radiation of wavelength 150 nm. What is the least frequency of radiation for which electrons are emitted, given Planck's constant as is equals to 6.62 into 10 power minus 34 J/s, m mass is equals to 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 kg, E is equals to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 C. And question number C. State Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. D. Obtain an expression for velocity of an electron in nth orbit of hydrogen atom.
यस्तै भिडियोहरू चाहिएमा वी लर्न टुगेदर 1M लिस्ट +2 और क्लास 11 एन्ड 12 क्वेसन पेपर एन्ड मेटेरियल्समा गई खोज्नुहोला र ती क्वेसनको हेल्पले फाइनल इक्जामको प्रिपरेसन राम्रोसँग गर्नुहोला। तपाईँले जुन जुन भिडियोहरू हेर्दै जानुहुन्छ ती भिडियोहरूमा लाइक, कमेन्ट, सब्सक्राइब र सेयर पनि गर्दै जानुहोला।